So I really wanted to make a video on authenticity and how to step into your authentic frequency and how that will change your whole world. This journey is spiritual. This is what spirituality is. Every time you go into any practice of shadow work or anything like that, you're trying to get to your core self. You're trying to unearth the things that have traumatized you, hurt you, deluded you, whatever it may be, to get to who you are. Throw away the gimmick and you look within. You must go within. And if you don't, the universe will conspire to help you go within. That is usually through a lot of trauma. It's like you have no other choice now. But trust me when I say you will never ever in your life experience that which you are not capable of walking through. So in the title of the video, I mentioned the new earth and this being the frequency of new earth, and we have already witnessed that by everything that's fake and that was hidden. It's kind of coming to light. That is Mother Earth changing her frequency. She is rising out of the darkness. To do that, you must unearth the darkness, and this is what's happening to us as well. It's a complete new level of calling that Mother Earth has given us to really show up as who we are in this world. But that is how you benefit your world, the universe. Every time you step into your authentic energy of who you are, without shame, without guilt, you can be scared, but you're doing it anyway. You are healing the world. You are healing Mother Earth. You are healing every single person on this earth. When you are around people who are authentically themselves, you feel amazing. You feel so free. You feel free to be yourself, and that is how everybody's ripples matter, right? And that is how you literally can change the world that you're seeing around you, by becoming a better force. Like, that's literally how it works. It's so beautiful to talk about authenticity and how like showing up as yourself is like such a powerful thing. But you can't get that without unearthing the things that you're scared of. It's not going to happen. For you must see yourself for who you are, without shame, without guilt, without condemning yourself to hell. This is why religion has left a trauma on all of us. Even if you're yourself not religious, there's still religious concepts that you carry as trauma, and from even past ancestors. It's science. You carry these things with you. You need to step away from that polarity and understand that you are more than the polarity, more than the good and the bad. You are not your body. You have a body, and you're not even your mind. You have a mind, or you have a brain. Your consciousness is something other. It's something not of this world, and thus you must understand that you're a being who's beyond the good and the bad, the polarity, the light and the dark. You encompass it all. I really want to make that a statement. You're everything in flesh. You cannot have the universe without the light and the darkness, without the good and the bad. Therefore, you cannot have yourself without many shades, many textures, many different sides to you. You are everything. You're like a mini version of the universe in flesh. Okay? This stuff that I'm talking about, you can learn, you can hear people talk about it, you can like understand it. It's not something that you're gonna learn, understand, and you're done and you're good. You've learned it. No. Years ago, I literally went through my old notes in preparation for this video of years ago, literally like 5 years ago. And I had written all these concepts down. And I was like, oh my god, look, I already knew. Why did I have to go through it? And I was like, oh yeah. You must walk the walk. You are beyond the polarity, that you're not getting condemned to hell and anything. There's a law of one. We all come from the same place, and we all return to the same place. That one source. Call it the universe, call it God. And anything that goes against the law of one, you must realize is not the truth. And this world loves to control you, and they have controlled us in many different ways. I'm not bashing religious people. I'm bashing, that's such a big word. I'm trying to get you to see the purpose that religion has in our society, and it is not to connect you with God. God is within you. It is in everything that you see and you touch. Okay, it is that frequency that everything is made out of. To connect with it, you need yourself. You need to, with intention, connect with self. You'll connect with God. Religion serves a purpose in this reality, in this society, in this world, and it is not for the humanity's benefit. For you are not less than anything you see in this reality. You are not less than God. You are a part of God. You are his, her. I don't even want to say children. It just sounds so religious, right? But you are a part of it, okay? You're not less than, okay? You're not less than anything. And it's stepping into your wholeness when you go through shadow work. And that's the thing, a lot of people right now in spirituality, people really love healing, the whole topic of healing and how to heal and why you need to heal and how and whatever, right? When you go into any practice with the intention of healing it, of emotion, traumatic experience, whatever it may be, when you go into it with, I'm going to heal this now, you're going into it with trying to get rid of whatever it is that you don't like. Every time you oppose something, well, if you're opposing, it has to do the come into Jesus Christ, my words. If you're opposing, it must be attracting, right? It must be coming to you for you to kind of be pushing it away. Go into a practice where you just sit with your emotions, and that's terribly hard, okay? It is. I'm not gonna, like, we are humans, we don't like to feel uncomfortable. It's our ego that wants to keep us safe, to keep us comfortable. Again, your ego is not an enemy. I hate when people, especially spiritual people, say that. Your ego is not an enemy, by no means. It literally wants the best for you, and it wants to keep you safe, okay? But you cannot be ruled by your ego. So this is what I mean. When you get to know thyself, you're gonna understand. You're gonna start seeing what is your ego, what is your fears, what is your, maybe pleasures. Like what is inside of you that's making your decisions? What are you made of? What are these energies? What are they doing? Like, who am I? Because you understand that who am I is not a one answer. Find a practice, find some time where you sit, when you learn to sit with what it is you're feeling. I read this book when I was going through a particularly hard time, again, where like the real security of the 3D was like being stripped away. Like the financial, the home, everything, and it wasn't the first time, but it was like a new level of it. I was like, oh my freaking god! I was really, really stressed, and then when the universe will guide you to things to help you. It will speak through many different ways. And so I found this book, and this woman was talking about how hope robs us of our present moment. When you are in a time where everything is scary, chaotic, frightening, you are not understanding what's going on, and you have that real negative experience of life, you must feel it. You must go through it. We love to feel our good emotions. We always want to really stay connected with those, the happiness, the bliss, the safety. We really cling to them really, really hard. And then anything that is other, that is uncomfortable and scary, we never sit with those, ever. We will always find a way to get out of it, whether that's distract ourselves or like through hope. Always going to be like in the future, like how can I make this better? I have faith it's going to get, like, we're going to weather the storm. But are you weathering the storm? Like, are you in the storm if you're not really feeling it? Who are we as humans to say that this experience is true and is real and is God? It's godly, right? But this other one isn't, and it has no purpose. It hardens you up, and it's tough, and you get out of it and hope it never happens again. And is it meant to harden you, or is it meant to break you open? I remember my first like rock bottom, right? Because you must walk the walk. And I was like, okay, this is it. Like, I remember this vividly. I was in the mirror talking to myself and I was like, this is it. It's fine. Like, this is the worst it can get. From here, it's upwards. Just weather the storm, right? And then I break through it. Like, a lower bottom. And then I was like, okay, this is gonna be freaky. And every time that I fell into myself. I learnt that the deeper I fall into myself, the deeper I get to understand myself. I see myself in different ways. I've learned new things about myself that I've never known. It's life, the world, and me became very interchangeable. And the understanding that wherever, the deeper you fall, you break through the shells of what you think is you, of your confinements, of what you are. Wherever you go, there you are. And it's a freaky experience. Like, honestly, because it really breaks through everything that you think you are. It's hard, and it's a beauty of a darker variety. Kind of said something similar in my book. Because that's truly how I see it. That's what made me want to write poetry, because life became this piece of moving art. It became this just a masterpiece that contradicted everything that I was ever taught about life or reality or anything. You must understand that you are far bigger than you could ever conceptualize right now. I've not reached the bottom of who I am and what I am. I don't think that happens. I don't think that there is an end, truly. And as a law of the universe, if by going down and into the depths of you, into the pain, you find yourself there, well, then there is you also in every other emotion, in every other, direction. Wherever you go, there you are. But you're living it. You're not learning it or reading an esoteric book. You're experiencing it. You're getting to know yourself in a completely different way. And as you're doing this is where it's not a concept anymore. Oh, I'm not my body, I'm not my mind. You realize that. And you realize that your relationship with your body is maybe not the best. That it might, for me, my body didn't feel safe with me. For I didn't keep my body safe. I always put myself in situations where I am strong, I can weather this, I can do that. I put other people before my own body of what feels comfortable for me. I was called to do a cold shower twice a day for 2 weeks, and it opened me up to that relationship with my body. I was crying. Everything is intention. So if you want to try it for yourself, you must go into the experience of, I want to be with myself. And this is what I did. Before turning on the cold water, it's like, I'm here with you. And then you turn it on, and it's really hard to keep deep breaths. And I'd put one hand on my chest and one on my belly, and I'm like, I'm here with you. I feel you. We're in this together. I did it for 3-4 minutes. So in those 3-4 minutes, it's like nothing else exists. It's just my body and me. And we're going through this uncomfortable experience. I literally came out of it crying multiple times and just repeating I'm sorry. Because this is why I say the greatest love story is between yourself. It's you and yourself. Your body has taken it all your traumas, all of your pain, all of the uncomfortable, to a point where you might not even remember your trauma consciously, but it will be stored in your cells, in your muscles, in your body. It will keep it and it will hold it. It will do anything for you. It is here to let you experience this world. It is a gift from the gods to you. But we don't treat it as such. and there's again an agenda for that. I truly believe that it's for a purpose, that we look at our bodies as something like a possession, like a trophy, like something to show off. Through connecting with your body, you deepen that relationship and that love that is so incredibly powerful. And your mind, and then you also understand that you are not your mind either, and that is another freaky thing. Like your ego, let's talk about maybe not your mind, let's say ego. People in the spirituality as well love to hate on the ego. Don't listen to your ego, your ego, your ego. I beg to differ. I am so grateful for my ego. I am honored, I am blessed, and I am so grateful. My ego is the only reason why I'm still here. I don't think that I would have been able to weather this life without my ego. This is what I mean when I say you will face things when you're ready. Like, they will come back to you when your cup is a little more empty and you're and you're ready to fill it up again a little bit. I had gone through childhood sexual abuse, and for the longest time I had thought that it didn't affect me. I thought that I was fine. I remember speaking to my friend about it. She had like a experience a lot. It's so sad how so many women, girls have these experiences, but I was speaking about it, you know, kind of telling her what had happened, and then I was like, you know, but here I am, like, I'm fine. Like, I'm not like rigid when it comes to, you know, that side of life. I'm completely fine. I'm just fine. Like, I guess, like, just I don't know, like, some people just are different, you know, like, some people it really affects them, other people are like stronger, I guess. If you sound crazy and superficial and just ignorant, you're most probably lying to yourself. So for the longest time I fully thought that was that. But come to find out, that is actually my ego's way of protecting me. It would never allow me to feel a victim. Especially, I really saw that pattern when I really looked back at my life and my childhood, and I saw it in different ways where people were like crazy with me, like truly. And in my little head, I always done something to make myself feel like I could never feel like a victim. Like, I have girl, when I look into somebody's eyes, like, I can literally, like, it's gonna sound crazy, but like, I really see someone's soul, I guess, and I see that they're vulnerable. And when I was little, I hadn't realized what I was seeing, I guess. It just came naturally. So when someone would really like hurt me, come for me in that way, and really traumatize me, I was little, my little ass self would see like the things that like pain them, and I would kind of just verbalize, and I'm like, yeah, really? Like, my parents don't love me and they want to get rid of me and I'm the worst? Little 6-year-old self. This is from adults. And I'm like, well, you know, and then I would blurt out like their deepest pain or something, and they're just like, I remember the shocked faces and how dare you, and like it, and then I became a very sharp-tongued child, and I was like, wow, that's literally my ego's way of never making me feel like the victim. Like, if I ever kind of came into something like that, I always retaliated. Like, I always affected them. Like, we never left an altercation where that other person was not affected by it. And in my head then, well, I'm not a victim. Like, if I made them cry, like, how am I the victim? I'm not a victim. We just got into a fight. And so, and then with the, you know, other stuff that happened as well, it doesn't make any logical sense, but I somehow felt like I don't know. I still don't get it. But I never felt like a victim. Until I had a triggering experience and I realized that I actually maybe overreacted, but it triggered something from the past. And I was like, oh no, like, I'm really affected. And this is every single way that I have been affected and how I've dealt with it. I'm carrying these things. This is not who I am. This is not me. This is a protection mechanism. I wouldn't be here if my ego hadn't made me feel safe in the environment that I had to be in. Your ego is not just a friend, it's a gift, and you need to treat it as such. But you cannot be controlled. That's where you need to have that that sharp eye. Like, you need to know yourself. And how do you get to know yourself? You just go with it. When you're going through your shadows, when you're doing your shadow work, when you're facing, again, like I said, you don't go into healing, you go into facing. You sit with these things. You look your demons right in the face. The things that scare you, the things that you might like, oh my god, like I did this thing and I'm not good. You need to be able, that's why I said, like, religion is problematic. Okay, it keeps us trapped. You need to be able to sit with yourself and say, I did this bad thing. Like that was wrong. Like, I really hurt this person, or I made this mistake, or, like, you need to be real with yourself. You need to, without condemning yourself to hell and be like, I am worthless, I'm this, I'm that. Just see yourself for who you are, for what you've done, for the ways you've reacted. But when you stop running and you face the demons and you face the sinister, pardon me, and the dark and everything, it no longer haunts you. The demons that preyed on you, they will fall to their knees in the awakened God amongst them, for the awakened God amongst them. For the darkness serves a purpose, and it serves you. And when it no longer has any service, once you've stopped and you looked and you've seen yourself in those demons and you see them for what they are and what they've been doing, they no longer hold the power against you. There's nothing that they can teach you anymore. Therefore, there's nothing they can't feed from. So they leave. They leave. But you don't go into that with getting them to leave. You stand strong in who you are, and you look and you see. And that's really where the secret source is. When you unearth all of the things inside yourself, the good as well, come on, it's not just the bad. You're not just, but for most of us, we'll go through that dark journey because we run from all these bad things, and we're told by religion and whatnot that this is bad and this is, whatever. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You're literally, you're spirit in flesh, okay? You're the universe in a moving vehicle, experiencing this magical realm. Enjoy it. I believe the meaning of life is to live, is to experience. It's a gift to be here. No matter in what you believe in, the gods, the God, your higher selves, right? They are eternal. You are eternal. Outside of this flesh, you're not your name, you're not your body, you're not your mind, you're not your ego. You're something else, and that something else can never not be. It is everywhere, all at once, all the time. So when we step into this body, these gods, God, higher self, it's a gift in the sense that these eternal beings, for a flash of time, yet again get to experience a first love, a first heartbreak, a first ice cream, whatever it may be. They get born and with the feeling of never being before, and with a deadline of they will never be again. Like, we have this short amount of time and then we're gone and that's it. It's in that experience of feeling the wind on your face, of the sun on your skin, for the first and the last time, to experience the expanse, the whole variety of experiences, of feelings, emotions that we get to experience here. Gods can only ever experience that through us, for they are eternal. There is not a new for them. There's not a last for them. It's magical to be here. And I don't know where else in the cosmos, in this reality, where you can experience life and true living like you do on Earth. I don't know. Maybe there is a place. I don't know. But it's really important to recognize what it is that we have here and how special it is. Enjoy. Go out there and live. Experience everything that comes to you. Accept it. Face it. Feel it. Feel it for the first time. Feel it again and again. And in the knowing that one day will be the last, makes it so real, exciting, true. And through yourself, the universe, the God, can feel a level of being alive like maybe it can't without you, you know? So it's truly, truly special. Once you start looking at life like that, at yourself like that, you really step into the energy of, okay, what do I desire? For anything that you desire, desires you also. It's the law of the universe. There is not a true desire in your heart that you are not meant to experience. And you need to understand that the only reason why you're not experiencing what you desire is because somewhere in you, you feel like you can't, for whatever reason. I'm sure a reason came up into your mind. That's why you can't have it, because you feel that way. And to you, it feels really solid and really real. Like, no, I can't have this because this is really the situation. Sweetheart. And this is why I say spirituality is not about manifestation and affirmations, or whatever. Maybe they have a place, but don't start with them. I'm so grateful that I started where I did, that I was really pulled into the dark, because that's where you meet yourself. That's when you really face who you are. When you face the things that you are not. As you went through this, as you're going through this shadow work, shadow journey, when you have unearthed all the things that are blocking you, that are sabotaging you, that are hurting you, when you face them, all of these blocks are falling away. And you stand in your truth. For when you stand in who you are, and your truth and your authenticity, the universe, why can I not say it? Oh my God. The universe will fold in on itself to bring you what it is that you believe in, what it is that you are, what it is that you desire. For your desires want to experience you. They want to experience themselves through you, through your experience, through your expression, through your emotions. The universe will always do this. That's why they say, if you look for problems, you'll find them. Because it's true. The universe, God, your higher self, will always bring you what it is that you're seeking. Always. And in part of that belief that it's hard, you believe that it's harder to manifest or to bring forth what you really desire is what makes it harder. Because you have no problem thinking, oh my God, if I think of this bad thought, then this bad thing's gonna happen. That's another really, really bad thing about spirituality. Please step away from thinking that you need to think positive. If you are not feeling positive, the worst thing that you can do for yourself is to force yourself to feel positive. If you are feeling down, allow yourself, you're already feeling it, so allow yourself to be in your feeling. You have to. Please. It is, like I said, this is the religious trauma, thinking that, oh, spirituality, like God, like that's all good. No, it's not. It is everything. You're understanding the expression of God. You're seeing the expression of yourself, and that is everything. It's encompassing of everything. So by always trying and seeking the positive, you're robbing yourself of life, of magical and beautiful experiences, of a deeper understanding of reality and yourself and God. For you are everything. If you are feeling down, you're feeling down, feel it. If you are scared, be scared. But don't let it stop you. be scared. It's okay. It's okay to be scared. It makes sense. You're alive. You think that you can be taken from. You think that you can be less than. You think that there's one day that you will not be. That's being scared is part of being alive in a human vessel. Be scared. Allow yourself to be. That is extremely, extremely important, because you're literally robbing yourself of a whole half of reality. Don't do that. Like, please don't do that. And then once, this is like I said, a journey. This is not something you can learn and get an A grade on. It's something you're going to experience, and I hope that as you're walking through it, maybe this just kind of calms your mind, and you're like, oh, this is what's happening. I just need to keep going. Please keep going. Don't, you know, the thing is, life will drag you through it anyway, but maybe just don't, you know, kick your heels in so much. Just, you know, this is something that I've learned, and I've had dreams of this. Again, this book, I need to find it. I'm going to put it in the description, because I'm really bad with names, so I don't remember. But she also said something very similar, and I had dreams of this. I guess my body was kind of teaching me as I'm going through this hard stuff to just let go, to free fall. And, you know, when I've sometimes just say that, oh, I like to free fall, you know, and let the universe catch you, which is true, it will, but just allow yourself to fall without the expectation where it is that you're going to land. Where is it you're gonna go? I used to have these dreams where, like, either from like a ride or like just literally I'd get like slingshot into the air, and then I'm free fucking falling, right? And I'd be so scared, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die, and like I literally used to feel like my whole body like contracting on itself, and it was painful, and I'm like, no, I just have to relax every single fiber in my body and just free fall. And then obviously, like, I know it's not realistic, but in my dream, like, I'd land and I'd be fine, even though, like, in reality, like, obviously, if you just get thrown up into the sky, you will die. But that was a deeper lesson that my subconscious was like, sweetie, just relax, just allow yourself to fall. It will be okay. It's like a little game of the universe. Every time that I come to, like, this new realization of self, just a new level, let's just say, like, oh, I see myself deeper, like I see this in a more clear way, in a different color, in a different texture. It will kind of like do a spin on me, like, did you really? And it will throw something in my life, and now I'm just sitting there like, I have no idea how this will work out, because logically this is scary shit. I don't know what's going on. But I know, and that's the thing, you calm your mind. It's like, well, somehow it will. It's not for me to understand, but somehow all of this is going to work out in my highest favor, and let me see how. Because I have no idea. Be playful. The universe will never ever drag you, because you must remember, think of it the way that it suits you, that calms your mind, whether you're a child of the universe or you're a part of the universe. I like to think if the sun is God, then every single ray is like, you know, our oversoul, or just us. So the universe will never bring you on this earth to just feel the pain, like just be like, walk through Tartarus basically, and that's it, and that's where God's gonna leave you. Like, that's not it. It's not it, even though I know sometimes it really feels that way. It's like a darkness after a darkness, and then it's like the darkness itself takes on this texture and feel, and it's like it's tangible, and it's like, I've not seen the light, like why and how, and that's something that's where the free falling for me happened in my life, where I tried being the things that, you know, there was so much expectation and so much kind of like I felt like I needed to step up to, and then I just, every time I tried, it was like I was dying. I just couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I remember when I was obviously depressed, when I just really didn't have energy, and I felt awful, and I'd get this anxiety in my chest, But then I didn't know what I was meant to do either, and it was this worst limbo. I remember crying on my bedroom floor, Trisha Paytas style, and I was like, God, just please, if you just, I was still religious then, I was like, please just let me see what it is that I'm meant to be doing, and I will do it. I don't care, like, just let me know, let me see. And then it was like the weirdest thing, and I was like, I don't know how to do this. What is this? Okay, my interest is in this, and my soul responds this way, but like, what is this? But I didn't know how to be anybody else, and that was like my problem. Because I tried, and I was good outwardly to people, you know, it looked good, but I felt terrible. And I realized that I can't do it. It's not something I can do. My body won't take it. Like, I've tried it so many different aspects of my life to kind of just do it, you know, what I was meant to do, what the path that I've already stepped on or whatever, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. To a point, like, especially in this relationship that I had as well, like, I truly was like, I was already super depressed, but I was like, I don't think, like, on a level, like, I don't think I'll survive this. Like, I don't, you know, like, the bad thoughts of like, I really don't think I can be here anymore if I carry on this way. And in a lot of ways, I'm so stubborn that the universe had to push to a point where it was like, the exit, or I just go. You gotta go, or you, like, exit. You know what I'm trying to say? So I just went, and everything that I feared would happen did happen. So it was like the most hardest year of my life when I left a very significant relationship. But it was also like my favorite when I look back. It's so weird. Because I did things that I truly didn't think that I was capable of. And it wasn't just like, because a lot of my victories are very otherworldly. It's like inner battles. It's like things that I've gone through that no one has seen and no one knows about. And but this one was like, no, I did a really hard thing, like, physically, and everyone always tells me that I'm no good and I can't do this thing and that I was gonna crumble and fall and like I'd be nothing. But like, I did it, and till this day, it's just, it's a lesson learned, but it's also just a very beautiful year. I cried a lot in that year, but it felt like that's the thing as well. I really felt in the flow. Like, once I made a decision to leave, I remember, obviously, everything I feared happened, but it felt like mine. I really felt in the flow. I've never felt in the flow ever before in my life. And it, you know, in the Finding Nemo, where the turtles are in that, like, stream, like, what is it called? Like, what is it called? You know, like basically like the highway of the sea, right? Where the turtles are swimming. That's what life felt like. And I remember I was like crying because like the things were happening and it was like hard. But I remember like sitting there and I was like, but this feels like mine. Like, and it's like crazy, but like before all my tears, like, they were so dark, and it was just so dark, and I didn't see a way out. Whereas this feels like I'm meant to experience it, like it's mine, it's good, like we're on the right way. In this quest for your true self, for your authenticity, through the shadows, through the darkness, you will have to let go of acceptance from other people. Because in it, it's that complete faith and free fall in the universe, in your journey, in yourself. And this is why I say you need to have faith in your authenticity. It's, you're not, at least is how it was for me. It's not technically, like I said, I'm very interchangeable with God, universe. And I'm like, okay, I came here in this life as I am. This is how I feel. This is who I truly am. I've seen glimpses of me. This is who I am. And I have faith in that. There's a purpose for it. Because what is it if it's not, you know? Like, what is this all about if it's not for me to be who I am? You know? And it's in that faith, in your authenticity. Like, I actually know myself. I've seen the ugly. I've seen the dark. I've seen the bad. I've seen the good. I've seen the gracious. I've seen the love. I know who I am. I have faith in that, and I will walk it. And this is where everything will fall away. Like, you don't know where this is heading, but you have faith that you're going in the right direction. I really kind of let go of sight, of needing to see and understand, and I really left it to the universe. And I allow it to speak to me, to show me through my emotions. And my emotions are your guides in this life. It's important to follow them. And also things you see, things you hear, like when they pique your interest, focus on that. It's the universe speaking to you through people, through books, through whatever. It's important. As you let go of needing to understand, needing to control, people around you are going to be like, what the fuck is this person doing? And it's going to be, it's so difficult because we all want validation. We humans want connection. That's like what we are. We need community. We need love. We need that. And it's really hard when you're in that like solitude, where you're in that figure, you know, kind of walking the talk, you're in it. I wouldn't, like, even if you start to see like what your dreams are, don't speak on them. Please don't. These people won't understand, and it will just bring other just bad energies. But you'll have to let go of that need of that validation. And that will just strengthen your muscle of standing tall in who you are. It doesn't need to make sense to other people. And it won't. And that's the beauty of it. You got this. It's okay. It doesn't need to make sense to me. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody else. For as long as you know yourself and you feel yourself in the flow, you know you're going in the right path, even though it doesn't really, you don't know where it's going to lead you. That's okay. Allow yourself to feel what it is to be alive and be who you are. There's power in that. The whole universe will support you in whatever it is that your purpose is. Now, that's another thing. Spirituality, sometimes people in spirituality like make it out to be you know, you have to have this grand purpose and you're meant to do this big things and you're meant to like, you know, like fight and change the world. There are people on this earth with a purpose of being happy. And let me tell you, these people are changing the world. For your happiness, that authentic frequency of a happy heart, of a swell heart with love, is what heals the world. It's what heals people that you've never set eyes on. Literally. I'm not just being like sweet. I'm like, that's a cute concept. Like, actually, like really. And you're doing the greatest job. And if you don't know what you want to do, how you want to do it, be kind. Be the light in somebody else's life. Be the light in your life when there's no other lights around you. And be the light for others. You don't need a grand purpose of, being happy is the grandest purpose, sorry. But not everybody is here to lead the same life. You need to understand that. And you really need to have like, again, like that faith in who you are. Like, what is your purpose? It could be anything. It could be things that have never been done before. For everything is the first time here on earth, isn't it? It's the beauty of this reality, right? If it's not done before, then you're the first. Faith in that is so important. Have faith in your soul. Have faith in your purpose for being here. For you are here. That's undeniable. And you wouldn't be here without a purpose. You need to understand that. So whatever that whisper is in your heart, in your ear, you know, maybe it's this. And wouldn't it be cool? Well, it's that. And it is cool. Now, you've gone through your shadow work, right? You feel that inspiration. And then you're shackled because it's freaking scary. It feels like a raw nerve to stand in who you are, especially when it's unorthodox. And this is something that I struggled with for so long, because I see the society and I see how the reason why we're in this position that we're in this world is because it was built to disrupt humanity. It was built to destroy us, to weaken us. I always love to say, people don't need to be saved. They need to be reminded of who they are. For gods don't need saving. When I see how this is the things that are wrong in the society that don't work, and I can't go along with it, like again, it's like that. I just can't. I get anxiety. I just feel like my heels, pushing in, and it's like, again, humans want connection, and you don't want to be that weirdo. Nobody wants to be that, but it's like, I had to realize that I am. Like, it's my authenticity. I am the one who doesn't agree with this and this and that, and I don't think that's right, and I don't think that's productive for humanity. And I have to stand on that. That is my purpose. Your beliefs are your purpose, right? To bring it forth, to bring that reality that you want forth, you must make those steps. If you don't see outside the reality that you want to, you must start behaving and acting like you are part of the society that you want to be in. That is very important. Be real. And if people don't understand you, then they're not meant to, and they're not wrong for it either, because as many as there are people, there's that many ways to live life. And I will never, again, with like religion, when you like push something on people, listen, you cannot save anybody else ever from anything that you think that's going to happen to them. You can be a safe space, you can be the example, you can lead an example, and you can change the world through the frequency that you are emitting by being authentically happy. Your purpose in life, like what you should be following, is your bliss. What feels good to you. You are literally changing the world through that, because there's so many people on earth who are shackled by things that they should be doing, should be, having, and they're just terrified to be who they are, because it is scary, because that's not encouraged in the world that we live in today. You don't even, like, I see a lot of the time, like, I'll see like the most maybe seeming like random videos or something, about somebody talking about something you can clearly tell they're passionate about, and I'm like, you've literally like changed my life and you're not even aware, and you don't think you're changing lives because you're just doing your own little thing. It's not something huge and like you're kind of spilling the universe's secrets. It's nothing like that. It's something that you can clearly see the person is really happy, and it can be really mundane, and you're just like, you literally changed my world. Like, you have no idea the impact you're having by just simply being happy and doing what feels good to you. Like, you have no idea. And that's so beautiful, and that's what it is to be human, and that's all I can wish on people. Your 3D reality is a reflection of your inner world, and when you have become real within and understood what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and you have that relationship with yourself, with your body, where you honor how you feel, what you need, and everything else, the world around you starts to shift. And I was going to say, and it's not magic, it's just how it, but it is magic. It's magic. The way I kind of stop myself when I'm spiraling is remembering the law of one. Fear-mongering is against the law of one, so it's not real and it's not true. Don't buy into it, okay? Because I feel like with this like old earth, new earth, it's kind of the same thing with like hell and heaven, where people are just like really frightened and they're like, oh my god, like what do I need to do? Like what do I need to release? Like what else do I need to heal to kind of, be with these people? Listen, we all come from one place, the same place, and we all go to the same place. Friend and foe, the bad and the good, we all go to the same place, okay? So no matter whether you ascend to the new earth, there will be people who are left in the old earth, and they will be okay. Like, in your heart, understand that you will see them again at home, that you will heal with them at home, that you will love with them at home. We will all go home. And they're not being punished by remaining in the old earth. No, they are learning. They are souls forever evolving, experiencing. okay? And that's where they're at, and that's why they will stay, and they will pass, and they will be okay, and we all will be together again at home. I will never ever ever buy into fear mongering, and you should never, because it is a distortion of reality. It is not real. But by your belief in it, it will feel like the most real thing, and it will rule you. Fear will never kind of like just know its place and sit there with you and like, oh, you know, but like, think about this. No, it will rule you. It will overtake you. It will make you its slave. And that is the fear game I would not play. Just don't buy into it. If you are falling, let yourself fall. If you are feeling angry, that's another thing. Like, really respect your emotions, especially things like anger. And you have the right to be angry about someone wronging you. Again, don't allow your emotions to rule you, whereas you act them out in negative ways for yourself and other people. That's not supportive. But to feel what you feel and understanding what you feel, it is utmost important. I think we're done. I think we're done. Because I feel like we have talked a lot. I had to heat up my coffee twice. It's cold again. Lovely. But just know the whole universe conspires to give you what it is that you desire. You must allow it. Please allow the universe to walk you through the journey of self. There's beauty in the darkness. There's beauty in pain. Life is beautiful. When I say that, I don't just mean the good. I'm really I'm really honored and happy and grateful to see people live in their purpose, even if it makes no sense to me. I think it adds so much good in the world, tangible and non-tangible. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that you heard something today that really spoke to you, and that you came across this video for a reason and it benefits you. I don't know, maybe write down in the comment section your authenticity. What is it to be you? What are your interests? What do you want to see in this world? How do you want to partake in this world? That would be very, very beautiful to read and to see. It's like your first step of telling yourself and the universe, I'm gonna be me. This is who it is to be me. Or wherever you are on your journey. Again, you need to understand there is no end to this journey. Wherever you go, there you are. New depths, new heights, new different expansions. You will never cease the journey of self. So there is nowhere to rush. Wherever you are is where you're meant to be. You must understand that as well, because there's no end to this journey. No one's gone to the end and like, oh yeah, no, that's all there is. I've been there, done that. No. So I wish you truly a very magnificent day and a very beautiful, authentic life. See you again. Bye-bye.